Hey guys, it's Simeon. This is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As we're here on the 1st of April. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I did. I never remember what the date is. 2020. Talk about AEW Dynamite. Hell, for most of January, I kept saying 19. Because my birthday's Friday? Oh, Lord. You would.
What's going on? Can't hear me.
Oops. I did it again. Now you can hear Nick.
Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. What's up, everybody? I was muted for about 5 minutes. Whose name? Oh, baby, baby. Oops, I think I'm in love. Anyway, before this turns into the goddamn karaoke session, hi, everybody. Thanks for coming
and then
in.
they say, oh, can't monetize this video.
There you go. Sinclair Saturdays is here. Henry's All Broken King Slender. Multiverse of Madness. That's a cool fucking name. It sounds like a metal band. Henry Cavo's here as well. All the lovely, lovely people. AEW was tonight. I assume it sounds like everyone's about on board for how we think this TNT championship's going to go and who's going to be walking away with that strap.
Cody.
I'm
gonna say right now, it's got to be Cody with
I'm
looking
sure
at the bracket.
Cody and Archer.
No. I'm saying Cody's gonna win the whole thing in the end.
Yeah, I'm saying the final match is going to be them.
Oh, yeah.
So, a lot of fun stuff, but there's some more stuff from AEW to talk about. If you guys do want to send in your thoughts about the show, you can send it into the text line, 510-906-1341.
Yes, sir.
Is that the text line? 906-1341. Text in any questions or just your thoughts on the show, and we can read them live. Tim, let's go ahead and start it out. Let's break down this Wednesday night affair.
So, AEW was not at Daly's place, as we reported earlier this week. They couldn't run there anymore because, well, the city of Jacksonville's on lockdown. And they told them, even though, you guys are just bringing in a certain amount of people, we don't want anybody congregating at all. So they had to go somewhere else. We don't know exactly where this somewhere else is, but basically, it looked like they were in something smaller than the Performance Center.
Picture. I think someone was saying like Texas. They might have been in because the other day Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara lives in Texas though. He lives in Houston.
Right, and he was like posting shit from there, so they're thinking like maybe AEW is going over to Texas because they could actually run something. Because what is it, Texas and Florida?
No, because he lives in Texas, so him posting from Texas wouldn't be a tip off. It's like
I'm just thinking maybe they just rock it there because they're not on hard lockdown in Texas.
It's like it's like the Bucks posting from California, and everyone thinking they're gonna be in California. You know what I mean? It's because he lives there and posts from there doesn't mean that's where they are. Because I heard they were somewhere in the southeast, and Texas is not the southeast.
That's very true.
But I don't know where. But this was a very, very small building they were in, at least where the ring and the entrance was set up for. But it looked fine, and I kind of, to be completely honest, like WWE has their thing where they got to make it look like it's a big production, even though it's not. But I liked how it just looked small, dark, and the ring lit up. I actually like that a lot.
Yeah, I enjoy. Like I'm looking at the spot where Archer was like throwing, whoever Marco.
Good to see Marco as he was sick last couple of weeks.
Yeah, good to see Marco, especially with everything that's going on with him and his family too. Hearts up to him, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at this venue, and this very much just looks like a very intimate type venue, like something like a bar wrestling show would be at. And I think this looks great.
Smaller than bar.
Yeah, probably smaller than bar.
Because the bar, you can get a crowd in there. They barely got the wrestlers around ringside.
Facts. That was a cool spot when he threw him, though.
Show kicks off with Cody and Tony Schiavone on commentary. They announced the second half, the second side, I guess you can say, of the AEW TNT Championship Tournament brackets. We will see Kip Sabian versus Dustin Rhodes. And we'll also see Lance Archer against Colt Cabana. So I can see Dustin beating Sabian, Archer beating Colt, Archer beating Dustin.
Yeah, Archer. I feel like Archer's gonna just squash Dustin.
Good chance.
I feel like Archer's probably gonna squash everyone up until Cody. Yeah.
So then they showed wrestlers around ringside. On the babyface side was Billy and Austin Gunn. Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford, Jimmy Havoc, and Britt Baker were on the other side. Cody had his dog Pharaoh with him. And Tony Schiavone let us know what was coming up tonight. And the first match was a hell of a match. Kenny Omega versus Trent. I like this match a lot. Great match.
Good shit. Trent's great.
Oh, yeah. He's been great. I don't know why WWE ever let him go.
Fools, man.
I don't know if maybe he wanted out of WWE. I don't know the whole story on that, but I don't know if maybe he wanted out or they just didn't have anything for him. Because they had Archer, too. At around the same time. So, the story of this match was that Trent was getting the best of the wrestling exchanges early on. Omega became frustrated and resorted to brawling. Trent became frustrated and brawled himself. Omega hit a Hikaru Crusher early. Trent connected with some chops. They brawled around the arena and fought into the crowd. Omega hit a pop-up powerbomb into the post. And this was, it was like what was this? It almost looked like a freaking football goal post.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked fucking painful, though.
Yeah. They traded strikes back into the ring. Omega hit a V-trigger. Trent hit a pile driver. Omega blocked a swinging DDT and connected with a Snapdragon suplex. Omega took a flip bump off of a lariat. Omega then hit a powerbomb and a V-trigger. They traded shots on the apron as they really began teasing the time limit draw. Like, Dasha kept going, 5 minutes left, 2 minutes left. And Cody's like, she's going to start counting down. Trent hit a nasty suplex off the top rope. He never had his feet set and the ropes looked loose. And he almost killed Omega when he landed the drop superplex. He dropped him on his head almost. Trent then pinned him, but only got a 2 off of it. Omega then recovered, hit a V-trigger, one-winged angel with less than a minute to go, pinned Trent in a hell of a match.
Good.
It was 19 minutes.
Recommend you guys check it out.
To the 20-minute time limit. We got a Hikaru Shida. Well, actually, first we got a recap of Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho angle from last week.
Oh, boy.
We then got a Hikaru Shida video. Hikaru Shida then defeated Anna Jay, just a local competitor or whatever. Jay hit a knee strike. Shida hit a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and a knee lift before jawing Britt Baker on the outside, just yelling at her, going back and forth. Shida then hit a forearm strike. Jay came back with kicks and used 3 quick cradles for near falls. Shida then tried a triangle choke, but Jay reached the ropes. Shida then hit a vertical suplex knee strike and a Falcon Arrow for the victory.
Falcon Arrow is my favorite fucking move.
I like the way Seth does it because Seth does it so just quick and smooth. Usually you see someone do the Falcon Arrow, they'll pick them up, they kind of hold them up for a second and then go down after they get their grip. When Seth does it, Seth is just shoom.
I like that.
Yeah. We then learned that, first off, we got recap of the Jake Hager, John Moxley stuff. Moxley and Jericho were excellent in this video package. We then learned that in 2 weeks, in an empty arena, in a no-holds-barred match, Jake Hager would challenge John Moxley for the AEW World Championship.
I don't like that he's getting a title shot.
It's just someone for Mox to beat in the inner circle to lead. I think this is all just going to lead to Jericho getting another shot at Double or Nothing, and he's going to be like, I took out your boy. Now you want to come at me again? You get me with that power bomb a few weeks or a few months back. I still haven't got my revenge. That kind of bullshit. So Colt Cabana joined Tony Schiavone on commentary as Cody had to leave to prepare for his tag team match. Lance Archer, huh?
Boom, boom.
I don't know why it wasn't just Tony and Colt the whole time. I guess Cody just wanted to be cool on commentary.
I was going to say, maybe Cody just really likes doing commentary.
Yeah.
And maybe he was just enjoying himself.
Hey,
I can't blame him.
What better way to get practice in these kinds of shows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, Lance Archer, hype video here. Jake Roberts cut a promo and said that Cody might be smarter than he gave him credit for. He said Cody might be smart enough to be afraid of Lance. Either that, or his better half is ordering Cody to stay away. Robert said Cody's better half wears the pants anyways. They got Lance Archer versus Marco Stunt, and I don't even know if you could say versus.
Yeah, that seems like a very match of like, oh great, so Marco Stunt's just gonna die on TV tonight.
Like, where was Luchasaurus?
Fuck.
Actually, I heard most people from California had trouble with flights.
Yeah,
and couldn't
our airports
leave.
Are just fucking
basically.
booty dick right now. Our governor is just saying, hey,
he basically said today no kids are going back to school till after summer. Like, he basically said, I'm gonna make that a thing.
Yeah.
Because my kids' school district was supposed to meet on that tonight, but then the governor was like, no kids going back to school. I was like, fuck.
So what does that mean for like the online? Well, I guess online shit would be hard for kids that are young.
I mean, my daughter's been doing online. Both my kids have been doing online because actually all the stuff that they would do at home online, they already do online at school with tablets.
Oh, so it's literally just take what you're doing at class and just do it at home?
Basically. Like,
that's good.
The teacher sent an email, was like, your kids need to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, how do I get onto that? And my son's like, oh, I know my password. And my daughter's like, oh, yeah, I know my name and password. I'm like, how the fuck do you even remember that? Because it's like 5 characters, 3 numbers, uppercase letter, 3 more characters. I'm like, how do you remember that at 7 years old? I guess because they have to put it in every day.
I'm so proud of them.
But, hey.
So good.
Whatever works.
Thomas, 510-906-1341. 510-906-1341. Text in your shots, and your thoughts on the show.
Only issue with the kids doing stuff from school, some kids either don't have internet access or even a computer to do stuff on. That's the bad part. I think the school's trying to figure out what they can do to help with that. But anyways, Lance Archer killed Marco Stunt.
Literally actually killed this man.
Archer dominated with various power moves. Stunt hit a tope suicida and teased another dive, but Archer cut him off with a lariat and hit him with a pounce. Archer then hit a chokeslam. He had Stunt pinned and pulled him up at the 2 to dish out more punishment. Archer then hit the blackout and pinned him. Marco was just a flopping fish through most of this match.
It was what it was, man.
Archer then threw Stunt out of the ring and over the barricade onto the babyface side after the match. Vince McMahon Brody Lee then appeared in a video in a backstage segment.
Wayne saying I'm echoing. Heads up.
Doesn't sound like it to me. I mean, I haven't heard an echo, and I don't know.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep a listen in the background.
Gotcha. So Brody Lee's new gimmick is I'm Vince McMahon, and every stereotype and every weird thing you hear Vince do, that's what I'm going to do in my vignettes as the Dark Order leader, the exalted one. Like, he freaked out because one of the guys didn't call him Mr. Brody. He tried just calling him Brody Lee. He's like, no, it's Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody. And then one guy yawned. He's like, you don't yawn in front of me. What do you think this is? And I'm like, he's like, what are you, tired? We don't do tired here. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me with this bullshit? I did not like it at all.
It's the same argument I made last night regarding the very scripted Scott Steiner promo. Don't force it. Don't force your comedy. Brody Lee is very smart, very good talker, very good wrestler.
He is. Listen to the Jericho podcast. Great talker.
Doesn't need this. It's stinky. It's dumb. I don't like it. I get, like, everyone has to take their shot at WWE, but all you're doing is just, hey, here's the people that where we used to be, remember them? And it's like, why? Like, who cares? Just fucking, your whole point of AEW is that it's different. We're not WWE, but we're going to talk about WWE a lot. It's kind of annoying.
It's very annoying when it's blatantly obvious what they're doing. Fuck. They're not even trying to hide it either. That's the thing. It's like, you're not even trying to do it subtly and to be like, oh, maybe only a few hardcore insider fans will get this. You know what I mean? No. Yeah. Basically, 90% of their audience should understand what this is. And I don't like it at all. So he yells at all the guys in Dark Order. And then we learn that there's more guys in Dark Order as Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall, the Natural Nightmares, took on the Dark Order's 8 and 9. They're just called 8 and 9. They're just guys in Dark Order get-ups. Just
That's
random
cool.
geeks that you can beat.
You know what they seem like to me? Real video game character-y. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like it. I think it's fine. I mean, look, if you don't want to give them, they're not giving them any legitimacy, no name. Let them just get squashed.
I want to know if there were any of the actual wrestlers on the roster that we know of just put under the mask just to be extras. I would assume with the limited amount of people they were able to bring in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, someone's just pulling like double duty today.
Or someone that just didn't work. Well, they filmed some of this yesterday. They filmed yesterday and today.
Gotcha.
Because like I knew Marco was there yesterday because Cody was posting pictures of his dogs and Marco was in the background.
Nice.
Playing with the dogs. Anyways, 8 and 9 were masked men of the Dark Order. QT Marshall had the mask that Dark Order offered him last week after he got beat by Brody Lee. He tossed it aside and went on the attack. 8 and 9 got some offense in on Marshall. Marshall came back with some impressive power spots and gave Dustin the hot tag. Dustin ran wild with trademark spots, including his bulldog, power slam, and flip dive off the apron. Dustin and QT Marshall then hit their tandem flapjack pin maneuver to pick up the victory. After the match, as Dustin and QT were leaving, Brody Lee came out and delivered a powerbomb, both 8 and 9 for failing.
Jesus.
And then we get Jericho in his damn hot tub.
Emphasis on hot.
So this was basically a rehash of last week's segment minus Matt Hardy. We got the what's it called? Vanguard one. So Jericho's in his hot tub just talking about himself and whatnot and everything and saying that the elite sucks and various other catchphrases before you see camera footage of the drone coming in from the drone. And Jericho gets out of his hot tub wearing dress pants and a belt. No shoes, though.
Well, no, you don't want the shoes to get wet.
But you wear the dress pants and the belt?
That's the
Isn't that hot water going to mess up the leather of that belt?
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyways, he starts talking to Vanguard one like, we really want you in the inner circle. We like you. We think you could be a vital part of the inner circle. We even have something for you. But before he says that, he's like, I need to apologize. I got to say, I'm I mean, I just hope I get this across that I'm I just hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, really? Really? You can't say sorry?
Yeah, was that the whole thing? He just wasn't going to say sorry?
Every time he tries to say the word sorry, it won't come out. So he like mumbles, I'm
That's stupid.
It was like back in the day after Evolution, electrocuted Dustin or Gold Dust, and every time he'd talk, he'd be like, "Yeah, this was there. See, you remember that?
No.
Back in the day? Oh, you might have been like 3 years old when that happened.
Yeah, it was like a baby.
So Dustin was feuding with Triple H and Evolution, and there was like a what's it called? Like a what is it called? A not a power box, but like when you breaker box. There's a breaker box in the arena that. Like Ric Flair opened the box and Triple H threw Dustin into it and it like electrocuted him and like blew up and stuff.
Jesus,
that's what this reminded me of. Like so, like for months, every time he would talk, he'd talk normal and then he'd like, yeah, I'm just here, and then he'd like mumble a random word after that. It was so dumb.
He went on the Howard Stern show.
Who?
And
Dustin?
Gold Dust. He went
on that gimmick.
Yeah, doing that gimmick. That's why I remember that so vividly. Because Howard Stern was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Nice.
That was really funny. Anyway, let's get back to AEW, huh?
So Jericho eventually says, "We got something for you, Vanguard one." And he gives him. He's got a child-sized toddler shirt with the inner circle on it, and he hangs it on the Vanguard one. What's it called? Drone. And he's like, "Look, it looks great on you. It looks so good." And then the drone flies away really fast, and he's like, "You don't run from me. Release the hounds." And his random 4 or 5 dogs run out. One of them doesn't want to leave the porch or the patio.
I love that. You can tell Jericho's having so much fun at this.
And then the other ones are circling under the Vanguard one. And then my stream, because I was watching it on the TNT app, froze for a second and I missed how the segment ended. I don't know if there's anything else to it or not.
Oh, goodness. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was cute. This feud itself, I'm not too peachy keen on, but I'm willing to allow myself to enjoy when it is good, and tonight it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
We learned that the first TNT tournament match next week will be Cody versus Shawn Spears.
Cool.
We then got a video from the Young Bucks. Nick and Matt were at their home in Rancho Cucamonga. Matt asked Nick how he was doing. Nick said he feels better, but he doesn't remember anything that actually happened with who attacked him, how he got in the ambulance, and ended up at the hospital. He said he doesn't remember any of that.
Sounds like The Hangover to me, baby.
So Matt then said, I'm going to help you get back into the ring, but I know we can't go just to any ring, but I've got a ring here. He said, we got to get you ready before we can get our hands on the inner circle. They cut to a positive promo, encouraging everyone to live life to the fullest. Nick said that he can't wait to get back to wrestling, but he's not ready yet, as they showed Matt's family watching on from a little hillside.
Aw.
Yep. Then we got tag team main event.
I love when tag team is main event. I love good tag team wrestling. And when tag team wrestling is good and it get in at main events, it's really enjoyable.
But before we talk about the main event, we got to talk about the sponsor of this video, Manscaped.com. Support for PW Unlimited is brought to you by Manscaped.com, who's the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. You can't just go out there and have a big bush. You got to make sure it's trimmed down, looking good, looking nice, looking neat, and that is where Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer to help you. The Manscaped engineering team spends 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, and they've just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. Their third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. Manscaping accidents are finally a thing of the past. When I tell you this is premium, I mean a premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes to give you a longer shave. One of the coolest features is the LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for a closer and more precise trimming. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 horsepower RPM motor with quick stroke technology. And let's not forget about the charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud, because this intelligently designed stand is a rapid charging dock powered by USB. Now, if you're listening to me speak right now, then you need to experience this firsthand for yourself. Trim your junk, please. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code PW Unlimited at checkout at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Remember, you will get 20% off and free shipping when you use code PW Unlimited at manscaped.com.
Yeah, baby.
So, this tag team match, I thought this match was great. I thought all four men actually worked better than I thought they would together in this match.
Yeah.
Cody and Darby Allin got some shine on the outset. They hit stereo dives before the commercial break. Oh, I forgot to mention, Dasha was doing the ring announcing tonight because Brandy was involved in the QT Marshall Dustin stuff.
Nice.
Good to see Dasha out there. Usually she's doing Spanish commentary. After the commercial break, Guevara and Spears worked over Darby Allin. They took money out of their trunks and were betting on this match during the match like they had been for the last couple of weeks, but this time they're actually in the match. Darby Allin came back at one point with an air raid crash on Sammy. Cody got the hot tag and ran wild with a disaster kick, springboard cutter, and a power slam. Guevara took the referee, allowing Spears to pull Cody outside. Cody got sent over the barricade, where the heels worked him over before the second ad break. After the commercial, Spears and Guevara traded quick tags, working in and out over Cody. Cody came back with a moonsault press on Spears and made the hot tag to Darby. Darby hit a missile dropkick and a suicide dive to Guevara. Allin tried a second dive to Spears, but got caught and sent him into the barricade. Things then broke down here as Guevara hit a dropkick, sending Allin over the barricade. Cody hit a dive, and Spears hit a C4 on Cody. In a crazy spot, Allin shimmied up a support beam and hit a coffin drop to Guevara and Spears on the floor. Allin tried a second coffin drop but got cut off. Guevara tossed Allin off the top rope into the barricade. Cody then hit a superplex on Sammy, and Spears hit a frog splash on Cody. Spears then teased a chair shot to Cody. Allin pulled the chair away. Guevara then grabbed the chair, allowing Spears to roll up Darby Allin for the victory. After the match, Darby Allin then laid out Cody with a right hand because, well, if they both win their matches in the tournament, they're going to end up facing each other. So Darby Allin said, hey, we worked well together today. Don't get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Good match.
That was AEW Dynamite. I thought it was a pretty good show, all things considered, for what they had to go through, what they've been having to go through. But a little worse this week with not being able to just be at the Daily's place where they know how everything works well there.
Saw someone saying that they think that it was the Jacksonville Jaguars, like...
No, they can't be in Jacksonville at all.
Okay.
Jacksonville is in lockdown, and the parking lot at Daly's Place and the Jaguars Stadium is now a coronavirus testing center.
That sucks.
So they can't be anywhere on that property, even if they could be.
Because it does kind of look like a little indoor field, like where they.
That's what I thought too at first. Because you saw like the turf.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't be there. And plus, Jacksonville's closed all hotels except for if you can prove you're an essential worker and you need a hotel room, can't go actually home. Because, like, say you're like a doctor or a nurse and you don't want to go home because your family's there and you don't want to. Because I've heard of some doing that. That's the only time that only way hotels in Jacksonville are open is if you're an essential worker needing a place to stay between shifts.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, they couldn't be in Jacksonville at all. And as of today, WWE can't be in the Performance Center for at least a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was Dynamite, folks. Pretty good show. Great wrestling, all things considered, I thought. I thought every match, I didn't think there was really a stinker, to be completely honest. I mean, you could maybe say, well, Lance Archer just mauled Marco, but for what it was, it worked.
Yeah, even that. I mean, they did what they had to do, and it got people are aware of Archer for maybe they didn't know a lot of New Japan.
Yep, and we got 3 text messages I want to read really fast.
Yeah.
Here says, good evening, Tim and Nick. So after WrestleMania week is over, y'all think WWE going to shut down production? Don't think so.
Hopefully. I hope so.
I think the plan right now, last I heard, was they've got Mania filmed, they've got the Raw after Mania filmed, and they should be able to get back into the PC by SmackDown that Friday.
Hopefully, man.
Person here says, am I the only one that thinks it's a crime that MJF isn't winning the TNT Championship tournament, let alone even being in it?
Yeah,
no.
You are the only one that thinks it's a crime here, buddy. I'm fucking with you.
I mean, I feel like if he's not winning the belt, why put him in the tournament and give him a loss?
He needs to be. If they're going to push him the way he needs, there's no point in him taking losses.
Yeah, exactly. And this person says, I thought AEW was a great show, and some parts of the show I saw some turf, so I think it was a football stadium. Yeah, it looked like maybe some small football training facility or something.
College facility or something like that.
Maybe. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I don't even want to speculate because I mean, maybe they were somewhere in like, I know. Well, I don't know because one of the things that I thought maybe like I know Atlanta has a lot of like sound stages and places to film stuff, so I thought maybe they'd be like in Atlanta. But then once I saw the turf, I was like, nah, they're not in a normal like studio,
building.
Like studio filming facility.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, that's gonna wrap it us today, folks. Shut up. You can follow me on Twitter at ArmWeek21. You can follow us on Twitter at PW Unlimited. And check out our friends at manscaped.com with promo code PW Unlimited at checkout. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me basically everywhere at Timmy Buddy. You can find me on Twitter at Timmy Buddy. Find me twitch.tv/Timmy Buddy. I may be streaming on there later on tonight. Not sure what I'm going to play yet. So should be fun. Should be good. We'll be back tomorrow for the Nick and Tim show. We'll talk a little NXT during that as well. And some maybe WrestleMania fantasy booking. Nick's got some ideas.
Boy, do I have some fucking ideas, Chief.
So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you later, folks. Call your mom. She probably misses you. I remembered. I leant back in my chair and I shot